What's up guys, Bling McQueen here, and welcome back to the Bling McQueen channel. I'm your host, Bling McQueen, and today I wanted to talk about why big corporations are bad, and why you should give me all your money. Please. What I actually want to talk about is the recent emergence of officially licensed games on Roblox, and what I mean by that are games published by the copyright owners on the platform. Games like Sonic Speed Simulator, Benton's Superhero Time, Chipotle Burrito Builder, and Hyundai Mobility Adventure are just some of these branded games flooding the platform. This isn't really a big deal, and Roblox has had licensed games through sponsorships since 2010, like Crash and Bernstein. However, those sponsored games would stay on Roblox temporarily until being entirely shelved. These recent branded games are normal experiences being published that are here to stay. The main concern this raises in my eyes is that gradually, these branded games are going to take over the platform until Roblox is just filled with advertisers trying to attract as many consumers as possible. These branded games are blatant cash grabs hidden behind somewhat decently designed elements, and with their gradual rise in popularity, soon games with proper passion and love behind them are going to be on the decline. Roblox's primary appeal is that anyone can create anything and have it get popular, but with the continuous rise of these different licensed games, players are basically going up against big corporations. I get I sound a little speculative and schizo, but this can already be seen by one of the main companies churning out most of these licensed games, GameFam. GameFam has worked with Barbie, NFL, Bakugan, Hot Wheels, Sega, Paramount Global, and My Hero Academia. Now, this should be a good thing since big companies are partnering with Roblox-based studios to create games based on their IPs, but the issues come from how these companies are promoting these games and how they operate behind the scenes. I specifically want to talk about GameFam, not because they're working with Paramount who made my account get banned. Yeah, nothing like that. But since they're like the THQ of Roblox, trying to grab any IP they can to make some cash out of it. I'm not gonna lie, some of their stuff isn't too bad. Sonic Speed Simulator is a pretty good game, at least during its initial release. Now it's a giant mess telling you to buy their game passes every second. Within 2022 to 2023, some employees from GameFam came forward sharing their experience of poor pay, threats, and mistreatment. These are just some of the people sharing their stories, like this guy who couldn't fill gas in his car. In my opinion, dude, it's time to take out that bicycle. Or this person who was expected to complete a large-scale game alone, but then laid off for not being able to complete it. This person is also saying that they can't release the game they were teasing because of GameFam, but I know this is a spicy take, this is pretty harsh, but they did agree to sell the IP, so I mean, in the end, it is their fault. I can't say much about that, but it's still messed up if it's true that they had to work on the game themselves. Along with that, GameFam also sent threats and punished employees, discussing the harsh conditions they underwent working for them, sometimes cutting bonuses, revoking pay, and cutting communication. This cultivated in a massive justified dislike for GameFam and a unionization of employees. If you're an idiot, unionization basically means that many of the workers came together in order to negotiate higher wages and better work conditions. There's some advanced grammar for you. After all the outbursts from this, GameFam was legally required to send letters to all their employees basically saying they won't do what they were doing before, punishing or firing employees who talk about their low pay. It doesn't end here though. Around October, it was found out that these guys allegedly had a new mandate in their handbook that forced employees to install a monitoring software on their business devices, so they can basically access their PCs whenever they want, wipe any data, and monitor anything they want to do on that device. So basically, George Orwell's 1984 in Roblox. The most recent controversy with this company is with their partnership with Crunchyroll and the release of the My Hero Academia Battlegrounds game. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really into anime stuff, but I've seen a lot of people talk about it and play it, and they've been saying it's trash, so I'm gonna go with that. The game being trash isn't that big of an issue though. The issue comes from the promotion for this game. Following the release of this game, GameFam DMCA'd a few other popular anime games in order to boost their own. They basically did this to wipe out any competition against their newly released game to maximize as much profit and player base as possible. So instead of making a good game that will attract players, they basically made a bad game and took down the competition. So players have no choice but to play this game. Of course, people weren't happy with this. You can tell from the like to dislike ratio. A similar situation is happening with SpongeBob and TMNT games, but that might just be Paramount themselves and not GameFam, as you can see from my last video. But they are working with them to create licensed games for both of these properties, so maybe it's Paramount, maybe it's GameFam, I'm not really sure. I don't really like either of them, so yeah, I don't know. In regard to copyright though, I understand that the games being taken down are infringing content, so the company is in the right to take action. However, they struck these games around the same time they released their own anime game, so it's more about taking down the competition and less about securing their own property. Along with that, they also artificially boosted this game during its paid release, so it's the first thing players see when they're searching anything related to anime. Now, this is alleged, and all speculation. Maybe it's not true, maybe I'm going crazy, maybe I'm schizo. So yeah, don't come after me if it's not true. But like, come on man, a game with a 29% like to dislike ratio and 26 active players is the first thing you see when you search anime is kind of weird. These guys are also paying companies to write news articles about them so they can get good press to attract more players. Nice, dude. Now the main reason I'm bringing this up isn't because GameFam is working with Paramount Global which took down my account, but it's actually because I want to make a larger point of how this will gradually start affecting individual developers and small-scale development teams. More and more of these branded games are appearing on the platform, and it's pretty obvious from the business practices and final product that these games primarily aim to generate as much revenue as possible. Soon, the platform's going to be flooded with these licensed games, and other smaller-scaled projects made with real passion are going to be buried under all of it. This wouldn't be a problem if these big companies don't use shady business practices to develop these experiences, but as discussed about GameFam, these companies aim to dominate and saturate the market any way they can. The best thing to do at this point, in my opinion, is to join Hustlers University. I'm getting ready to shave my head and get on that Sigma grind, so you should too. Don't actually do that. The gradual increase of these new officially licensed games marks a new era for Roblox, and we'll see if these companies like GameFam will continue to dominate the market or lose steam over time. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, subscribe, and take care.